a nice piece of meat roasted with beer in the oven until it falls apart. How delicious is that? And today I'm going to show you how to make it, and it's rather simple. So you get a nice piece of top roast or the shoulder roast, not an expensive piece of meat. So let's season it, a little salt on all sides. That's good. I have a big, wide, thick pan that is great for braising, that is great in the oven. Get the oil. You want this kind of a pan because it transmits heat evenly, so even though it's staying there in the oven 3 hours, it won't burn from underneath and not cook evenly. So get yourself a good pan. Now let's flour it lightly on all sides. Shake any excess flour off, and you want to give it some color on all of the sides. While that browns, because we have to do it on all sides, we have some time, let's make a pestata. That's going to be kind of the base of the sauce. And a pestata, is usually bacon and onion. I want it really a paste so that when we put it in there, it'll disintegrate in the sauce. So, let me see. Yes, seems to be done here. Let's check on the meat. You know, when you have a big piece of meat, yeah, the tongues are good, but a nice sharp fork will always do and help you. It's a big piece of meat. It's a big piece of meat. You gotta give it some whirl. So this is a good job. You get your husband there, the big guy. Tell him to flip this over and get it brown on all sides. No, you can do it. We can do it, absolutely. This side needs. Okay. All the sides are brown now, so let's get it out. Okay. And we'll put the pestata right in there. And we'll let the bacon sort of render a little bit, get flavorful, you know, stay close and mix it because everything is cut in such a paste that it can stick. The bacon that I had just a tinge of smoke in it, and it's coming out, and it's going to be really delicious. Not too much. You don't want it smoky, smoky. At least I don't. I like it just a little bit of smokiness. Okay, so let's put the meat back in. And let's flavor it now. Let's put some thyme. You can put the whole sprigs in there because then you can pass the sauce through a sieve. Pepper. A little bit black pepper. A little bit more salt here. And when I feel it's kind of really the pestata has dried, beer. Now, you can drink beer, but certainly you can cook with it. Now, the beer that you use, you know, you can use malts, ales, whatever you like as far as flavor. But if they're intense and they have that real bitterness, that will remain. So keep in mind that when you choose your beer for this. I think I'm going to put a little bit of peperoncino. Let me flip it over. And here I have some stock. Good stock, you know. This, we will bake it in the oven for 3 hours. And so you need a substantial amount of liquid to cook it and to make the sauce ultimately. So you put enough liquid and stock to just about come more than half up the meat. And you get it boiling. You preheat an oven at 375, and this will cook for 3 hours. The first hour and a half is covered with the lid, and the last hour and a half, you take the lid off, continue basting it until it is fork tender. I love the technique of braising. It's a technique that requires times, you know, a secondary cut of meat, cooking for an extended period of time, with flavorings, with herbs, with spices. It smells up the house. It was delicious. It's an anticipatory dish. People are waiting for it to be finished and to enjoy it. The roast is done. I'm on the stove boiling it, so reducing the sauce, but I think everything is just all set. So here is a nice piece of meat. Okay. And we let it rest a little bit like this. And the meat is going to retain its heat for a while, so just let's let it rest. Let me strain the sauce. Okay. So let me just press all the goodies through. So you collect as much solid, and you see it's coming out right here. Okay, let's bring it back to boil. And if you want it denser, you just boil it down more and make it more intense. I kind of like a flavorful but a looser sauce. The last minute, we're gonna add some mustard to the sauce, but I wanna do it the last minute. I want the freshness of the mustard to come out in the sauce. So let's bring it back to a boil. So I'm looking at this piece of meat, and how am I going to cut it? And let me just, As you can see, it is falling off the fork. Let me taste it. It's good. I'm ready to put in the mustard. And whisk it well in there. And I think I'm going to do a little tasting here. Just like that. That looks good, and you know it's mustardy, and there's a little bit of the bitterness of the beer in there. And certainly, you know, you could make a big platter, slice it, pour a little sauce just like that, and then put the rest of the sauce on the side and let everybody help themselves. So I think it's time for me to taste. And this asks for a big wine. This is our Merlot, Cabernet, Refosco, and it really is complex. So let me get into here and taste. Nice complexity. You know, my kind of lips are sticking together, you know, that feeling of goodness. The meat is perfectly tender, fork tender, and the complexity of the sauce, really good and simple. Did you see how simple it was? So, I'm gonna continue cutting because I'm going to invite you. And you know what I always say, tutti a tavola a mangiare.